Can you do the ID for us, please?
Michelle Manelis, MiNDFOOD.com. Okay, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
I just wondered, when was the first time you went to a circus?
I think it was Circus Oz. Was the first circus I saw.
Was it scary? I mean, were you
No,
young enough that...
I was a little scared of some of the acrobatics. I seem to remember that. I remember thinking the clown was sad. So I don't know if that's maybe I've got it mixed up in my mind, but I don't remember ever seeing animals. And Circus Oz, I believe, is the first circus to not have animals around the world of any renown. And I remember eating. Like, you go to the theatre, you didn't eat. My dad was never like, if we went to the movies, he was never buying popcorn. He was always like, it's too expensive, no.
Right.
So I remember eating, and that was a great thrill.
Do you remember what it was?
Probably peanuts, I can't remember. I can't really remember, I just remember eating.
P.T. Barnum has some pretty scary in-laws.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't resemble yours.
No, they don't. No, the opposite. My mother-in-law, Faye, is to me one of the great women I've ever met. We laughed hysterically all the time. We get into giggles, but no, nothing like that. No.
One of the themes of this movie is celebrating the differences in all of us and the oddities. What is the Hugh Jackman oddity that we don't know about?
Oh, wow. There were so many things I remember, particularly growing up. I used to get acne in a really unfortunate pattern, in a V on my head. And I don't know if you remember, Michelle, there was a TV show about aliens when I was 13. It was an American TV show, and all the aliens had this V marking. So for about 5 years, if I wasn't being called Sticks because of my skinny legs, it was a V, hey, welcome to Earth, all of that. I hated it. I used to be so, like, you look back now, and I say to my daughter, come on, it's just a pimple or two, but I remember that was just the word. But this is, I don't know if it's the same now. I hated wearing new shoes to school. Yeah. People in Australia, new shoes. Like the whole school, we make fun of, like, new shoes. Like, isn't that supposed to be a good thing? Your haircut? Having a haircut, I was like, traumatic. So it's innate, particularly in Australia. We do not want to stand out from the crowd, right? So, and this guy is the epitome of stand out and be proud of it, you know?
So that must have been hard for you, because obviously you would have stood out as well.
Sure, I mean, I remember when my parents split up. It was an unusual thing, particularly because my mum left the home. Like I just remember being really embarrassed at school, people talking about me. I was like, I want to be like everyone else. Of course I was sad she'd gone, but why can't I be like everyone else? I think it's a very powerful thing.
Because divorce in those days was still a big deal.
It was a big deal, particularly when the mum left, which was just kind of weird. But it's just interesting how much I remember that aversion to being talked about and for standing out.
And here you are.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, at some point, hopefully, we all come to terms with who we are. We actually put up our hand and go, you know what? I really don't like that thing that everyone thinks is cool. I actually don't like it. I really prefer that uncool thing.
And also, do you go back for Christmas?
Of course. This year, we're going back. And
what do you normally
for about this is going to be different because about 3 or 4 families from New York who have all threatened for 10 years to come down Christmas are coming. So it's going to be like 22 of us traveling around. So if you see a tour bus and we're in it, you'll understand why.
And you running the other direction.
No, Deb is the ringleader here, so I'll be doing whatever she tells me to do, as per normal.
And just one quick thing, this is not your first musical.
Right.
What were the particular challenges?
When we greenlit this, I remember the studio, Emma Watts was at the studio, and Stacey, they were like, there hadn't been an original movie musical for 23 years. Ironically, the last was Newsies, which my wife was in. But it was considered a dead art form because just too much risk. To ask an audience to go to a musical of music they'd never heard before was just too much. So it was a huge risk. And to do something like that back then, and I am so grateful in 1 year to be doing Logan with that same studio who took a huge risk to go outside the box from that genre as well as doing an original movie musical is a great thrill.
Great. Okay.
Thanks, Michelle.